Okay, so here we have Hunter. He is a big, big baby. Um, Extremely fearful. We had quite a time just getting him in the kennel building. Um, and actually, he expressed his anal glands from fear. So we don't want him living in that state anymore where he cannot handle even the smallest amount of stress, like going through a door that he's never been through before. Um, so what we're going to do, he's on a slip collar, um, and I have it attached to a long line. Basically, he understands that he is big enough that he doesn't have to go where he doesn't want to, or he's like, I don't know what that is. I'm confused. I'm scared. I don't like that. Um, and basically, you just have to not let him retreat. Good. So we're being distractions for each other actually right now. I let go of the pressure. I'm not letting him pull me. So I'm going to step on the leash to just check him there so he doesn't, I'm not like water skiing behind him. I have a couple points picked out. So the camera is one, and near this A-frame is another. And I'm just going to go between them in a triangle kind of pattern. That's going to be the exercise for today. So after he was dropped off, we had him tethered on place for about an hour and a half. Um, that's how long it took him to stop stressing out. Basically, just teaching him to exist and do nothing in a new place, because it wasn't going to be productive to start training him when he was in such a fearful, like, oh my God, I can't even go through the door. I'm so afraid kind of state. There's a lot of ways to teach a dog how to walk, but this one is pretty simple. Simple, not easy. So he's on a 20-foot line. I'm going to step on it to check him because there's the other dog is coming up the corner there. And I'm going to go to my point over here. He's already starting to move with me, which is great. I wouldn't say he's attentive to me yet. So I stop, pause, give him a chance to get his breath. Whoa! Try not to clothesline myself in the process. How did that happen? If he comes up near me, I have his food in my pocket, so I can reward him for that. I don't know if he'll take food being in a nervous state, but I can at least offer it. Running opposite of me does not work. This teaches the dog that his actions can have a good or bad effect. We want the dog to think that what we want him to do is in his own best interest. So like right now, he sees no benefit in coming with me. He has no conception of leash pressure. He would rather just pull against the leash pressure, which is the one incorrect answer out of the many possible answers. Like if you think of your leash like a circle, you know, there's 360 degrees of options. He's picking the one incorrect one, which is pretty common for dogs because of something called oppositional reflex. You know, you pull in one direction and they brace the other way, almost to keep their balance. But the more you allow that to happen, the stronger and stronger that behavior becomes. So I'm not giving him anything to pull against. I'm just going in different places. So your homework tonight is to try this on the long line in a low distraction area like your backyard, a parking lot, something like that. And just practice. Pick 3 points, walk from point to point. Good. I'm using my legs rather than my arms because that's a lot stronger. There, he didn't even wait for the leash correction there. I'm going to stand. He tends to want to barrel up the hill. And I would do this about 20 minutes. Or until the dog is walking with you, avoiding the leash pressure. There, that's nice. Already making progress. The other bit of homework I would say is practice the behavioral down, which I'll send you information on. A nervous dog really wants guidance because they don't understand what to do in a situation that they find overwhelming. So if you can use leash pressure to guide them, it is quite literally leadership. You are leading them where you want them to go. Showing them that, no, you can't do it the incorrect way. I'm going to show you the correct way. And no more harness on the walks, because that's just encouraging the pulling. Police trainers actually use harnesses to make dogs more aggressive. They'll pull back on the harness or tie the dog to a tree with the harness in the back, tied to the back ring. Tease the dog with a toy, until the dog snaps and growls and bites, and then they'll give them the toy because they're intentionally trying to create frustration and aggression. Pet owners do this on accident all the time. Good boy. Nice job, buddy. For calm behaviors, we want calm praise. Good job. Now he's starting to follow my lead. And you see my hands have not moved. I'm not yanking him around. snowball rolling down a hill. And if he gets tangled up in the leash, I just keep going. He's going to have a little tantrum back there, but they do figure out how to disentangle themselves. If he was walking with me, he would not get tangled up. So that is his decision that he's making, to not walk with me and make himself uncomfortable. I see a lot of dogs, and see, now the leash is disentangled. He did that himself. I see a lot of dogs get into that game where they tangle themselves up in the leash, everything stops, the owner goes back to disentangle the leash, and the dog is like, heh heh, this is how I get out of doing work. That was good. He followed the leash pressure. And I think I'm going to quit now before he gets too tired. I think I scared the poop out of him.